the reason behind obviously getting in touch, which is regarding meditation and the difficulty that you're having with it. And I'm very much an encourager of anybody can meditate. It's absolutely true. The difficulty that you're facing at the moment is that you're feeling that you can't quieten your mind, you can't stop thinking. And that's very, very common to experience that and to feel that that's in a sense not getting it right, and that therefore you can't meditate, or you're constantly struggling with the thoughts that are going on in your head. So what I want to do is offer you a meditation, which I'll do in this space, and we'll try and mark it or something. I'll try and clock the time if I remember, so that we can, if you want to come back and use the meditation again, you don't need to listen to this bit at the start. But maybe you do want to listen to this bit at the start, and that's cool too. The fact that you're sitting still and your eyes are closed and you're more than likely focusing on your breathing, because that's what we do when we meditate. Generally, there is a point of focusing on the breath and remembering that it's there. And then all these thoughts start to come flooding in and distract you from, I'm trying to breathe here, and or whatever it happens to be. So that then becomes the point of focus, and all the benefit that you're trying to derive from the meditation feels like it's slipping away with each passing second that you're sitting there with your eyes closed, and you become more agitated, etc., etc. Generally, that's going to be the kind of experience that you're having. Now, to start from sort of the absolute beginning of how you could, and I'm offering a suggestion here. I've got a window open here, so I hope that the background noise of traffic going by isn't bothering you. I'm not going to go into the foundations of meditation, and I'm not saying that this is the way to meditate. I'm offering you, as I do to anybody else, the way that I meditate that works for me, and I think it's a decent starting place that then allows you to gain a confidence with the practice of meditation, that you can then explore a wider range of ways to meditate, taught by different schools of teachings around the world. The first thing that you're going to want to do is to ensure that you are sitting comfortably. I don't encourage lying down for meditation unless you are going to sleep. It is the end of the night. I am going to meditate on, and it could be meditate on 3 words. I don't know. But, point being that unless you are actually at the end of your day and in bed and you think, I know I'm going to focus on my breath for 5 minutes, the chances are you will fall asleep, and that's absolutely fine. But I try to encourage, I guess, as much as possible that in the course of what we would consider in our own working and waking day, our active part of the day, even if you're in the evening or such likes, if you're going to meditate, sit up, and sit up straight. Be comfortable, so you can sit on the ground cross-legged. You don't have to be in a full lotus position with your legs all knotted round one another or whatever. That's not important. The important thing is to be comfortable. Use cushions if your knees need support out of the side, and I don't know, you've injured your knee at some point, and that kind of gravity effect, as it were, is making your knee uncomfortable for more than a few minutes. Get another couple of cushions and prop it up. Make yourself comfortable, but be upright. It's also really good for the breathing as well, and that's a fundamental part to me of meditation, is having a clear breath. So sitting in an upright position, a way to kind of do that, your chest needs to be open and relaxed, your shoulders need to be relaxed, okay? So taking a moment to kind of squeeze your shoulders up as far as you can to your ears and letting them drop suddenly, and doing that a few times, and just, on that, whenever it is that you choose to stop scrunching up your shoulders and dropping them back down again, the moment that you choose to, and the one that you choose to stop doing that on, just feel that relaxation, the drop in the shoulders. But don't allow a closing of the chest. It's just a feeling of openness. Like, you're really just like waiting to receive something wonderful. You're going to meditate, of course you're going to receive something wonderful. To help that feeling of straightened back, that upright position, if you imagined a little cord, a little wisp, a little thread just coming out of the what I would call the crown of the head. So it's not right on the top, it's kind of towards the back a little bit. Okay, if you imagine the little thread just kind of being drawn up vertically from there, and if you just followed that for a moment, just allowed the back to kind of elongate as it lifts up with that and is held there, you'd be surprised how difficult that is not to maintain. And if you find through a meditation and you go, oh wow, I'm kind of slumping down a little bit here, just find that thread and just feel yourself being drawn back up with it, and it instantly opens everything back out again. So that's it's little things like that, a general sense of being up and open in your meditations, I personally feel is really important. So maybe, get yourself into that kind of a position at the moment. Maybe, if you want to kind of pause this here or whatever, and get your stuff together, or find a more appropriate time to do that, then feel free to do so. Otherwise, just listen through with what I'm saying, so that when you come back to do it again, you can more easily just kind of move into that space for yourself. I'm going to put this on a 10-minute timer, and at the end there's going to be a single bell, and at that point I'll bring us back out of the meditation again. Okay, and I'll just leave it there, and if you want to kind of get in touch, then get in touch on the back of it. But this is my offering for a meditation that I hope is able to provide you with some assistance. And one of the really important things of it is, within it, it allows for thoughts to come in to your mind. It's going to happen. Don't struggle with it. They're there. It's okay. It's absolutely okay to have those thoughts coming in a meditation. Okay, any doubt that you have to the contrary, or any thought you have to the contrary, let it go. To have thoughts in the mind through meditation is okay. With that in mind, follow the meditation. So what I'd like you to do, first of all, is just bring your attention to your breathing as it is. For this very moment, I don't want you to change anything at all about your breathing. Just be aware of it. Now, within that is, feel the breath as it moves into your body. Feel the breath passing at the tip of the nostrils as it just enters in the very boundary between what is internal and what is external for our breath. And as you breathe in, maybe you can sense that the air as it passes in is slightly cooler. maybe you can feel the air as it passes in at the tip of the nose. Just inside the nostrils, you can actually feel the movement of the air as you breathe in. And on the out breaths, maybe you're already aware of the similar experiences as you breathe out. You can feel that light breeze of the air as the breath passes back out of the body again. Maybe you can actually perceive that warmth of the air that is coming out of your body, out of your lungs, warmed by the body inside. And as it passes out of the nostrils, as it passes at the tip of the nose, at that boundary. And just be aware of that for a moment. Change nothing else, but have no other attention. Just feel the breath. You can even, as you're feeling it, you can almost imagine saying, I feel my breath come into my body. And then on the out breath, I feel my breath leave my body. And then just gently repeating that as you breathe in and you breathe out gives no space to other thoughts at this moment in time. Your senses are turned towards your breath. Your mind is turned towards your breath. If other thoughts are pervading, if other thoughts are working to occupy more space in your mind, that's okay. Allow those thoughts to come in for a moment. Acknowledge that they're there. Hi, thoughts. It's alright, I get that you want to have space in here just now. I'll come back to you if you're important. My attention and my awareness is with my breath. My attention and my awareness is with my breath as I breathe in and as I breathe out. What I would like you to do is now be aware of where it is into your body that you're breathing. What I mean, when you're breathing in at the moment, is the breath only feeling like it's coming in as far as the chest. An easy way to find out is to place your hand on your stomach. Either hand, it doesn't matter, but place a hand on your stomach. Now when you breathe in, you want that hand to move forward. And when you breathe out, you want the hand to move back in towards the spine again, slowly and gently. I don't want your breath to be a race. I don't want your breath to be something that needs to be timed or counted or made into a rhythm or a pattern. When you feel it's the right time to breathe in, breathe in. When you feel that it's the right time to breathe out, breathe out. If your rate of breathing increases or decreases, if your breath gets a little faster for a moment, and then it slows back down again. That's perfect. It's exactly the way that it should be for you in that very moment. And you're doing it absolutely right. And so keeping that sense of the breath, that feeling of the fullness of the breath being drawn into your abdomen. If it helps to keep the hand on the stomach for the duration, then please do so. But I would like you to bring your awareness back up to the breath as it enters at the tip of the nose, at the nostrils and this boundary. And all I would like you to do is be aware of the senses, the feeling of the breeze, of the passing of the air as you breathe in and as you breathe out. And to be aware of the feeling of whether the air is slightly cooler or warmer. If thoughts should enter into your mind, if other thoughts should enter into your mind, acknowledge that they're there. You can and do put them to the side for this moment.